Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. The aim of this video is to construct a separate factory which produces steel, and after that we need to construct fluid tanks. Before we do, we need to research the fluid tanks. Since this is still an early game, we only need science pack 1, so let's get started. The productivity of iron is quite low, and to produce steel we need lots of iron. To produce iron we also need coal, which is already present in our two main buses, one of the copper and one of the iron. So since the iron bus is full, we cannot really produce much more iron using this setup. I am going to extend it to transport the coal separately. So what we do is the underground belt to bypass that part. Now we need lots of belts, and we also need to produce iron ore. This video started off where we left off in our last video. The only thing I did is to let it run by itself for about 5 to 10 minutes, just to accumulate a number of resources with which I can work. Like this, the iron produced from this mining drill will be transported and will move alongside the coal, just like in the above production over here. Okay. So what we need to do here is to produce some iron and then use additional coal and smelters to produce the steel. So we need more stone furnaces. Ideally we'll have 3 smelters for the iron and 1 for steel, just to get started. Now for the sake of this video, we will leave this as it is without any further improvements. More iron, we have it here now. One splitter, more belts. Okay, fluid handling almost ready. Okay, like this we have iron and coal. Let's produce another smelter just to make sure we have enough, and build 2 over here. We need more iron. We can see that this mining drill is not managing. The 3 smelters are producing much more than the mining drill can handle, so we would need another mining drill in the future. For now we can leave it as it is for the sake of this video. We have steel bars over here being produced, and for the moment we'll just do a belt over here just to allow for some storage. Fluid handling is complete. In the meantime we can research some upgrades. This will increase the damage of my shotgun shells. Nothing to say about that. So now we can construct storage tanks. Let's construct one to start with our discussion today. We need quite a lot of iron plates for that. Okay, one is there. Now, as I mentioned a couple of times during the last videos, in the future we would need to expand almost everything. Whatever we build, in the future we would need to expand to make it bigger and better. Now when it comes to power station, it is very delicate. Not just because you need to monitor the output of it, but because you may need to relocate your station or relocate the area from where you get the water or coal or whatever it is. And as it is right now, there is no buffer. This means that if I had to stop the water pump from working, you see that the water starts to drop very quickly, and eventually the power station will shut down. There is simply not enough time for me to do anything without any buffer. This is where the storage tanks come into play. If we place a tank over here, it will start accumulate water inside it, up to 25,000 liters of water. So this is already a lot of water for the size of our power station at the moment. If I had to stop the water pump right now, the power station will start feeding itself from the tank. And since the power station is very small at the moment, this tank will provide water for quite a lot of time. This allows me much more time to change whatever I need to change in this area. The same goes with steam. Steam can be stored inside storage tanks as well. At the moment we are using very little power from our power station. However, if I had to stop the supply of steam, you can see how it starts to drop, and eventually when the steam runs out, the power station will stop. So it would be ideal if we have another storage tank over here. We need more steel as well, more iron, just a little bit more, there we go, and we can build the storage tank over here. And as you can see, it starts to accumulate steam inside it as well. This will give me a big buffer in case I need to do any further improvements. The most situations where the buffer is important is when we expand the power station directly. The more steam engines we build, we would need more boilers to cope up with it. Every boiler can produce a maximum of 3.6 megawatts of power, while each steam engine provides a maximum of 900 kilowatts. If you do the maths, the ratio is 1:4, and over here we already have 4. Therefore, in the future, if we add one more engine, it will not be enough for this boiler to provide enough steam for them. Now that I have the storage tank, if I build more engines than the boiler can cater for, we will notice that the steam inside the storage tank will start to go down. And if we see that, it will mean that we need to build more boilers. It is an indication at that time because the stored steam will still power up the power station, and therefore it will give us time to make the necessary adjustment. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please subscribe and stay tuned for more.